What's up, everybody? Josh Armijo here. I hope everybody's doing good and well and stuff. I got an Arsenal inventory update to do for you, and this was going to be a video that I had promised that I was going to do when I made my contest announcement a couple of weeks ago, and that was going to be a video dedicated to CD releases from the label known as Dark Symphonies. Before I get into this video, I want to first of all say a couple of things. For one, I'm really excited and stoked at the response and reaction that contest announcement video got. I got a lot of submissions, I got a lot of people wanting to be a part of it, and I'm really stoked and happy that all of you chose to participate in it. I will say that at midnight tonight on my time is when the contest will end, and I will start drawing out names and picking a winner to be announced on Sunday afternoon. So Sunday is when I will announce the winner of my Dark Symphonies CD giveaway contest. So thank you to everyone who did participate, and the winner will be announced on Sunday afternoon, like I said. And secondly, Ted from the Crypt saw my contest announcement video, got in contact with me, and pretty much this little thing with Dark Symphonies CD giveaways isn't going to really be the only one that I do this year. So there will be more giveaways of CDs from the Crypt Dark Symphonies very soon. So keep your eyes and ears open for future opportunities to win Crypt CDs here on this YouTube channel. So that's very awesome of him and generous to lend a way to give back to all of you, the viewers who do decide to watch my videos and support what I do. So you have more opportunities to win some death metal here on this channel, so keep your eyes and ears open for that. But let's get on to the point of this video, and that is talking about the label Dark Symphonies. This was a label that back in the early to mid-90s to the early 2000s was a label that specialized in putting out some really solid avant-garde sort of metal, doomy sort of metal. I mean, stuff like Morgion, Autumn Tears, November's Doom, Maudlin of the Well, pretty much abstract avant-garde sort of metal stuffs, heavy doom stuffs. But then moving forward to 2014, this label got a bit of a reawakening of some kind, and this label decided to become a label that specialized in talking about and reissuing metal from the early days of death metal, the golden age, like the early 80s, the mid 90s, releases from bands that many folks know about and bands that folks don't know exist. And in late 2014, this label got right off in the start of reissuing CDs, because the Crypt pretty much handled vinyl stuff. But Dark Symphonies is what the CD stuff is going to be handled for, and I think they've been doing really great jobs with their remasterings, attention to detail, authenticity in their releases, and that's what makes a lot of these CDs very much different from the rest, very special, very limited, very unique, very much for the death metal lover and anybody who listens to this kind of stuff. But I got 6 CDs that I'm going to show you here, and the first CD is the very first CD to be put out by the Crypt Dark Symphonies. This is really fucking cool. This first CD is from the band AUTHORIZE, entitled The Source of Dominion. This was released in 1991, and pretty much this is their debut full-length. Some songs from an early demo and a split EP from way back in the day. But yeah, this is a really solid album. This got put out in many variations early on. This was originally a vinyl release, then it got moved over to being a CD through Dark Symphonies, and yeah, very awesome album cover, very simplistic sort of approach when it comes to the presentation and delivery. Of course, you have the band logo here, the putrefaction, and you got a little simplistic sort of layout here. Very simplistic and very much to the point. This is a very good piece of Swedish death metal. A lot of memorable riffs, a lot of great, hard-working parts to be found on here. Just some really classic to-the-roots death metal. And that's what something like Authorized do with the Source of Dominion. If I'm not mistaken, this CD is pretty much sold out. You can try to find a copy of it through Dark Descent Records, but through the Crypt, it is sold out. So this is pretty much a rarity in its own right to have and to listen to. Next CD is a piece of Swedish death metal from the early 90s. Yeah, this is MORPHEUS with the album Son of Hypnos. If I'm not mistaken, this is their only record, and for this being an only full-length, I think this is some really, really incredibly solid death metal. Great lyrics, great music, great attitude, very much old-school Swedish death metal done properly. Really good layout here. You got some liner notes from one of the band members in question here. You got lyrics, photos, very much authentic detail going on with the presentation in the booklet. But the music itself is really solid as well. Awesome album if you ever want to know about the roots of Swedish death metal, like early 90s Swedish death metal. This is something to really check out. Son of Hypnos by MORPHEUS. Next we move on to Poland here with another debut full-length album. This is MONASTYR with the album Never Dreaming. This came out in 1994, if I'm not mistaken. And yeah, this is one of their first full-length albums. If I'm not mistaken, they are still an active band today. This was originally released on CD and tape way back in the early 90s, and of course this got a proper CD reissue through Dark Symphonies. You got the little CD design here, the booklet itself with the track listings. Pretty blasphemous sounding stuff when it comes to the lyrics and overall themes of this band. Of course you got the classic band photos and artwork going on here with this release. Very, very cool stuff. Very solid release. Polish death metal can really get shit done when it's done right, and a band like MONASTYR did that with this debut album of theirs. Yeah, this includes their album and a 1992 demo entitled Cannibal Rites. And one thing to notice about the Crypt releases that show up on earlier releases is that if you look at the bottom right of this, you not only have the Dark Symphonies logo, but you have the Ancient Way mastering, which is the mastering studio that handles all of the Crypt releases. This is why everything sounds as authentic and as nice and as solid as everything does. So another great job release here with this MONASTYR album. Really solid Polish death metal. Next is one of the CDs that I'm giving away in my giveaway contest, and this is a band that I seem to have been bringing up a lot as of lately, but I can't help it. I really do enjoy this band, and they're from Texas, so I gotta give them even more love than that. This is AUTHORIZE with Origin, War and Magic. This was originally released as a 2 LP box set through the Crypt, and pretty much what War and Magic is a compilation of 2 demos, one from the late 80s and another from the early 90s, of 2 bands that would later go on to merge and form AUTHORIZE. I'm of course talking about Dolmen with their demo On the Eve of War, and Magus with Ruminations of Debauchery, Lines That Formed Hexagrams. Really solid demos, both very much representative of the death metal sides of AUTHORIZE. Really good job done here with the CD. Every single track sounds as authentic and as true as it's meant to be. Of course, on one side of the booklet you have the Dolmen stuff with the demo cover, photos, lyrics, and all that stuff. Great artwork here. And of course, on this part here you have Magus' stuff. Magus is the band that featured Prescriptor McGovern, and Dolmen was the band that featured people like Equitin and Shaftiel. Really, really great musicians. Of course, they would go on to form AUTHORIZE and form great metal releases with this one. But yeah, going to yeah, the Dolmen stuff is great. The Magus stuff is great. The live tracks that are included on the Magus part is really awesome. Really incredible stuff to listen to. If you are a fan of AUTHORIZE, pretty much get yourself into buying this release. This is really, really incredible. Next up is a piece of Swedish death metal, another debut full-length to be discussed here. And I'm talking about EPITAPH with their debut album, Seeming Salvation. Pretty much straightforward, simple, and hardworking Swedish death metal. This was released in 1992 originally, and I really like the job that they do here with this booklet. Great album cover. This also got put out on vinyl by the Crypt. Really good album cover. You got the band photos, liner notes with all of the band's members involved. I believe, yeah, one of the guitar players is involved in here. But yeah, you got a little part here with all the lyrics, artwork, and assorted other goodies to be known about this band. But it's really awesome stuff. Even the split that they did with Excruciate back in the 90s is really awesome. A simple CD design here, very much straightforward to the point, and it comes with a little OBI strip. Some of these later Crypt releases are getting, Dark Symphony CDs are coming with these OBI strips with band information, track listings, and all that stuff, and the limitation of all of these CDs. It's limited to 1,000 copies, and it says stay away from bootlegs, support the band, buy official releases. So that's how you know this is a legitimate Crypt release. Really solid stuff. And the last CD in this lot is the other CD that I'm giving away as part of the Dark Symphony CD giveaway contest. And this is some really incredible French death metal that pretty much left a lot of inspiration to most of the newer bands that you're hearing a lot of today. A lot of the Blood Incantations or Demolix or Cathelists or any of those older or newer bands. This is a band that helped pave the way for something like that, I would say. Yeah. This is Catacomb with the demos In the Maze of Kadath and The Lurker at the Threshold. The Lurker at the Threshold came out in around 1991, and The Maze of Kadath came out around 1992. Really sensational death metal going on here. I love that there's a high emphasis on keyboards being used here. A lot of Lovecraftian stuff going on when it comes to the presentation and lyrics of this band. Yeah. You have the other side of the booklet, which is the Lurker at the Threshold cover art. Of course, you have the At the Maze of Kadath cover art. Really sick Cthulhu-looking creature right there. And of course, you have also got some liner notes and photos going on here. Pretty much a lot of involvement being brought forward with this band and all of the official releases that are being done with this CD. It also comes with an OBI strip showcasing how much the limitation is, track listings, and all that other stuff. But yeah, this is some seriously killer French death metal. If you ever want to know more about the roots of early 90s French death metal, a band like Catacomb do that with such justice here with these demos. This band put out a lot of great stuff in the days, but I would say stuff like In the Maze of Kadath and The Lurker at the Threshold is really, really sensational. So this is also a death metal piece worth listening to and getting involved with. But yeah, those are all of the Crypt CDs, Dark Symphony CDs that I got. I will definitely be buying more, and like I said, I will be giving away more thanks to Ted from the Crypt Dark Symphonies. So like I said, stay tuned for more details in the future about potential giveaways, and Sunday afternoon I will be announcing the winner of the Dark Symphony CD giveaway. So if you've heard any of these releases, let me know what you think of them. If you own anything from Dark Symphonies, what you think of the label, how things get run. I think they do a tremendous job with putting out solid death metal releases. So yeah, I'm going to conclude this video. Thanks a lot for watching. Thanks for checking out my channel, and until the next time, Armijo out.